Welcome to Happy Homes and Gardens. I'm your host. My name is Daphne Royse. I am a real estate broker, architecture, and interior designer. Many of you probably did not know you can order your kitchen, home, and garage cabinets without going to design centers. Hello Baloo has many pre-designed digital files, sizes, materials, and colors that you can use to customize your cabinets fit right into your spaces. Welcome to Tino Go, who is the CEO and co-founder of Hello Baloo. He will tell us how Baloo cabinets is different and built with sustainability in mind. Hello, Tino.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Please tell us about you and how you start Hello Baloo.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a three-part answer because it came through three observations, right? And so the first one was I tried to get a bookcase for my house, and I couldn't find it. And then when I tried to get it made, I discovered what a medieval process it was. It was so antiquated. I mean, you started with a piece of paper drawing, and then you had to discuss it with a craftsman, and finally months later you would receive it, and it would be way too expensive and way too long. And so that was shocking to me because I knew that the state of software and manufacturing automation was advanced enough to a point where I was thinking that I should just be able to imagine what I wanted, and a robot should start manufacturing for me. And then the second observation was I discovered that there are thousands of these machines all over the United States. And on average, they're only used 2 hours a day. And so that led me to think that if we network these robotic machines together, we could create a virtual factory with a factory in each city and near a customer. And then my background is corporate finance. And so when I realized that we could produce on demand and in the customer's hometown, that would actually eliminate 50% of the retail industry's cost structure. So that way we could produce locally, we could customize things for customers, produce it locally with higher quality materials, and deliver it faster because we're not dealing with global supply chains or long distance transportation and all the costly freight, all the damage risk and delays that long distances create. And so it was those three observations, the fact that the industry was antiquated, the fact that there are a lot of robotics all over the country, and by being able to use those distributed machines, we'd eliminate a huge portion of the cost structure relative to the existing industry. And so Baru came about. We're kind of like an Uber for underused machines.
So what year did you start Baloo?
We started selling in 2020 when Google put us on their employee perks program. Because at that time, Google employees were moving all over the country and they needed to order home office desks that would fit their home offices because that was at the beginning of COVID. So now, through that program, we grew to 29 cities around the United States where we have sales and manufacturing. So we're already within an hour of over 100 million people's homes and businesses. And we're starting to serve all of those regions in higher volumes now.
Hello Baloo was started in 2020. And was that during the pandemic? And how difficult for you to start business and then how you spread out to 29 cities in 2020?
Yeah, we got lucky because one of the Google employees saw that we were producing custom-sized desks. And that is... So she recommended that we be entered into their employee perks program. And Google employees were ordering custom-sized desks, and as they ordered around the country, we expanded our manufacturing network around the country. So, we got lucky. We got lucky because someone happened to like what we were doing, and yeah, that's what kicked us off.
So did you start in California originally?
No, we started in New York, and I was living in New York because I thought custom-sized furniture would be perfect for Manhattan. And I moved to California last year because this is a perfect real estate market also for customization.
Absolutely. It's probably one of the best places to live in the country.
Mm-hmm.
How is Baru Cabinets different from other cabinets companies? And how do your products reduce the carbon footprint?
Yeah, so the cabinet industry, it's kind of like you have two ends of the spectrum. You have mass-produced cabinets, and that from the import warehouse, for example, that's generally around $350 a linear foot on average. And then you have custom at the other end of the spectrum, where because there's so much collaboration between customer, designer, and manufacturer, the linear foot price of those cabinets is around $1,500. And so what Baru Cabinets does is we offer the customization of the high-end cabinet maker, but at a much more affordable price, depending on what grade of material the client chooses, whether it's a premium or a luxury or even an ultra luxury material. Our pricing is around that $400, $500, $600 price point, and our range of materials is in the scores, and about 100 that a customer can choose from, and in any material grade range, everything from we'll do things for example, on the commercial side, we'll do labs where we're using non-porous materials, but we can also do law offices, which is with the super luxurious veneered panels. So that's how we differ. We're we offer a lot of the customization by the inch in any material that's available in a region at a much more affordable price point and much faster delivery.
It sounds like you have a lot of choices for customer to pick from. How can someone choose the right cabinets for their existing spaces?
Well, generally, our clients are working with interior designers, and so the designer can use our CAD models in their design software, and they can scale those models in the dimensions that are needed for the functionality of a room or just the perfect aesthetics of a room. And then when the client approves the design, the elevation and floor plan, then the designer simply sends us that list of cabinets, the dimensions needed, and the material selected. And Baru, we convert it into machine instructions, and then we order the materials to be sent to one of our local manufacturing partners. That's what makes it super easy and super fast for the manufacturing partner too, because we're actually doing all of that front end work on their behalf.
Everyone's spaces are different in dimensions. Will you be able to fit all dimensions with your softwares?
Yeah, absolutely. For example, a typical base cabinet, you can scale, depending on the kind of base, but one door base can be scaled from 6 inches all the way to 24 inches, a 2-door base, from 23 inches to 48 inches. And so it really depends on the client and the designer, how the function of the room and the cabinetry and what what they decide together is the best. You know, they don't have to compromise with set sizes, which may or may not work well, which may or may not require big fill panels that are unsightly, and it makes a house look like it's not perfectly harmonized when you have big gaps or big fill panels.
Where are Baloo Cabinets products sold?
We're in 29 regions, including the Bay Area, Seattle, LA. But the way we've grown is whenever we get a sale, we set up a new manufacturing partnership. I go to the region, I meet with the best manufacturers in the best cabinet shops in that region, and I do an inspection of their worker culture, as well as the machinery and the software that they're using, and we set up that on-demand virtual manufacturer. It's really easy to build out the network, because ultimately we're helping the manufacturers because they're already busy, but they always have excess time on their machines. And so we're helping them to capture more revenue on otherwise idle machines.
And how fast can products be designed and delivered to the customer's doorstep?
Yeah, so our typical lead time is 6 weeks, because sometimes it takes 3 weeks to get the materials from, if the materials have to be custom laid up, for example, a custom layup of materials. But after the materials arrive at the shop, it's generally a 3-week turnaround. But in most cases, the materials are already in a warehouse in the region. And so, it takes a week to receive the materials, and then from there, it can be scheduled into the factory workflow. And so our website says we'll deliver in 6 weeks, but usually it's more around 3.
That's pretty fast compared to other manufacturers for cabinets.
Yeah, because the mass producers, they have inventory issues to contend with. Because of the supply chain disruptions, a lot of those warehouses don't have key cabinets. If they're missing even one, you can't order the entire kitchen and start the project. You have to wait for that one cabinet to arrive. And with the shipping the way it is, it's a highly uncertain timing and purchase process. And then on the other hand, the custom manufacturers, they have to translate the interior designers' drawings into engineering code. So we've done all of that engineering in advance, and that's why we're offering the designers our models to use in their design software. So it's all about doing the engineering before the modifications are made, and making each product available in a range of manufacturable sizes.
In all 29 cities, do you offer any white glove delivery of your cabinets to customers?
Yeah, everything is delivered fully assembled, and from the local manufacturing facility, to the construction site, to the installation site. And so not only do we deliver it fully assembled, we deliver it fully assembled because that helps to ensure quality control. Shop construction is a lot better than assembling it on site. And then the other aspect of it is we do a lot of things that speed the installation process. For example, all our cabinets have what they call cleats, where you can hang the cabinets on the wall to get that automatic leveling of the cabinets on the back side. And that really helps to speed and reduce the time to time and cost to install. And so we're really thinking through the entire value chain. How do we help the end customer and the manufacturer speed their work to reduce cost and maximize value for the the price that the customer is paying.
Can you tell us more about the quality of your cabinets?
Sure. The quality of a cabinet, it largely depends on the material that we use and how it's put together. And so the materials, because we've eliminated so much cost from inventory management and shipping, we can allocate those savings to higher quality materials. That's how clients are given a full range of options, from the premium materials all the way to the ultra luxury, and still we can still attain that affordable price point. The best way for a customer to understand the quality of the materials is, at the high end, for example, we're using a paneled material made in Belgium called Shinoki. Shinoki.com, SHINNOKI.com. So this material is distributed nationwide, so you can always buy the same high quality material from Shinoki through a distributor or through a local distributor. And we have other materials like super high gloss materials, which are really in fashion right now, or the ultra matte, which are really fingerprint proof. Put together with these, it's a pretty high tech system, but they're modular connectors. They're made in Switzerland, and they're a super robust connector. But the system, even though so the whole point is we offer any material that a customer wants that's available in their region. And the thing about Baru's business model is, because Baru is actually making the purchase of the material on behalf of the manufacturer, we avoid the markup from the manufacturer on the materials. So we can pass those savings on to the customer directly. That's how we achieve affordability also.
So you control the price to be lower and more affordable to clients, and also control the quality of the cabinets. So you stand behind your products on the highest quality you can.
Absolutely. We offer we offer the standard 1-year warranty in California, but we'll stand behind the cabinets because it's easy to do, because the materials that we use are so robust and they're so refined. We're not going to have there are other brands that sell customized doors for IKEA cabinetry, but those doors are often thermofoil, and they will often blister when they're located next to the oven or stove, and that kind of thing. We're not doing thermofoil. We're not doing things cheaply, just to save. We're more concerned about quality, because we take the savings from the lack of long distance shipping. That's our business model.
And you mentioned you give a 1-year warranty to people purchasing in California. Will people also get warranty in other cities outside of California?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Can you tell us how affordable your cabinets are?
So with the premium materials, we have been competitive with some IKEA installations. It's about 1.2 to 1.3 times, about 30% higher than IKEA pricing. And so that's for the premium materials. So which is actually a higher quality and higher density material than IKEA offers, and it's thicker material. And so relative, if a client is choosing the Shinoki, the ultra luxury grade materials, then the prices go up commensurate to the material utilization. But all of our cabinets are essentially priced by the inch. So as a designer and client scale the size of a cabinet, it's all calculated by the amount of material used and the labor associated with it.
I read on your website the cabinets will come to the customer within 50 miles radius. That's what you propose to do?
Yeah, that's how we can afford. That's how we can produce cabinets at such an affordable price. We avoid long distance shipping because long distance shipping is extremely expensive for these big, heavy, damage prone, bulky items. And by avoiding long distance shipping, that's how those savings we pass on to the customer.
Tell us more about the design of your cabinets, and do you plan to add more designs and styles?
Yeah, right now we're really focused on what they call the European frameless design with flat fronts. And that's very modern, it's very in demand. And we're just focused on that right now because we're finding that our clients, they like this modern look. And so that's how we're focused. We want to really help them get exactly what they want efficiently and affordably.
So you basically follow the trend. What people like, then you design more towards that directions.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I understand you have so many different materials and colors. And would you tell us a little bit more that what people loved and what style, what color, other than frameless?
Yeah, essentially, we're giving people the choice of any color and material in distribution. And, as an example of, and because ultimately we can't make those decisions for our clients, it's up to them and their designer to choose exactly what the colors and materials that really make their home perfect. One example is one of our clients, she chose this fire engine red, high gloss fire engine red material. And because she wanted the feng shui energy in this room, that's what we allow because ultimately we're not mass producing anything, so we don't take the risk of the inventory. So that allows the customer to really select from hundreds of materials. On barucabinets.com, you'll see that we offer so many materials to choose from in the different product grades and the material grades. It really gives the designer and the client all the flexibility that they really need to make a home perfect.
Fire red cabinets, I don't believe I've seen that before, but it looks just like a Golden Gate Bridge behind you. It's very stand out.
Yeah, it's it was definitely a bright, energetic kitchen.
That may become the trend one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year the deep blue was the trend, but the deep blue doesn't always fit every. When you get it from a mass producer, you get the one shade of blue that they offer. Well, sometimes that just that blue is a little bit off. And the fact that we're using, materials from dozens of producers that are available locally, we don't constrain our clients' choices to just, a small selection. That's why often our clients work with interior designers so that they get some guidance through all of the choices that are available.
And you mentioned earlier about high shine surface for your cabinets. Are they easy to taking care of it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a PET film that's quite thick and quite robust. we're talking about it's a very robust surface. It's very resistant to scratches, which is awesome. And in the same material, in the same finishes, they also have super ultra matte materials that are fingerprint resistant, which for a kitchen might also work better. So it really depends, and if someone wants to mix and match colors and materials to have a Mondrian like kitchen, they could, because we give designers and clients that kind of flexibility.
I'm sure people are very creative these days. They want something different and unique.
That's the whole point of Baru. That's the whole point about Baru, and being able to giving customers exactly what they want, at an affordable price, delivered quickly.
Thank you, Tino, so much for all the information about your cabinets. Can you tell us your websites so people can find your cabinets?
Sure. We have two websites right now. One is for furniture. It's www.hellobaru.com. So that's HELLOBARU.com. And the second one for cabinets is barucabinets.com. BARUCABINETS.com. And if anyone wants to contact me, they can reach me through the info@hellobaru.com email address, and I'll get back to them as soon as I receive that email.
Thank you so much, Tino.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Daphne.
Thank you for your time.